want to see 8 nukes hit the field at the same time, because that's what I want to see. That's what I want to see, really. Let's look upon the glory of 8 nukes hitting the field at the same time. Yep, huge explosion there.
Alrighty, hello everybody, and welcome to Beyond All Reason, another 8v8 on Supreme Straight, one of the best maps ever. Yeah, 8v8, mostly American players. Looks like some Australian or New Zealand, I don't know what that flag is, apologies. But yeah, this is a viewer send in replay, so if you want to send in a replay of your own, send it through Discord or through my email, and yeah, we'll get along just fine. So, looking at all the starting positions, we have everybody starting in the same spot. I believe this was set on like, not a dual mode, but something similar where the spots are locked in, or everybody just happened to choose the same spots mirrored. But yeah, the way this map works is pretty interesting. If you've seen me cast a game about it before, you kind of know how it works. So these two Cs are independent, and normally the person that wins the sea battle wins the entire game. So I'm going to be analyzing how players are using the ocean. I was sent this replay in by a viewer, of course, as I already mentioned, but they specifically requested me to analyze the replay, which I'm going to do, but sparingly. I'm not a fantastic player myself, better in these big team games, but for duels I'm definitely not. So my advice is going to be pretty general here, but yeah, we'll see how it goes here. I was told it was a very interesting comeback, and we have lots of nukes near the end there, as the big team games tend to have here. So just starting with Corsair Firelord sitting across a pawn, a couple ticks. Yeah, great scouting units. Not sure if you actually really need the pawn there. I would have assumed just to make some more ticks there instead, but each to his own. Making some energy storage here. Not something I normally go for. And also solar collectors, which is a pretty interesting play. Also not really necessary. The wind speed is 19 right now, although it can drop all the way down to 1. But I would say, yeah, wind turbines are going to be more than sufficient for this game. Yeah, some incisor tanks coming out for next day air. Going to be, you know, protecting the front line here. But the way this map usually works out is we have a couple air players in the back and then navy players on the sides, and then these people trying to just get across this strait here. So we already see a construction aircraft going out for Bear Force 1. We're going to be heading to this island with a few mexes over there. So good strat, of course. May as well grab the free mexes if you have the planes out pretty early there. But yeah, so not a lot tends to happen on this front here. It's a very, very static position. You know, people get entrenched with their stack defenses, as we're already seeing here. And there should be some reclaim going on as well. There's tons of reclaim there. 100 energy, 25 metal for, you know, all these ferns and stones can really, really add up to a lot. So we already see Lazarus out here for Corsair Firelord, although I don't know why he's going all the way over here. There's a pretty interesting move path, but yeah, even these commanders could be reclaiming stuff if they wish to, which I hope they wish to. I think that makes the most sense there. We have L-Beast here getting on the water much, much quicker than his counterpart, Derek Ung. Meanwhile, we have Markivs, my bad, getting on the water way before D-Butters does. So we'll see how that plays out. I'm not entirely sure how games go if, you know, the sea is controlled by two different teams, but yeah, we'll see. So some of these light gunboats going to be chasing away a fast attack hovercraft from Derek Ung. So Derek might just be going hovercraft here instead of shipyards, which I would say is not the greatest play, as hovercraft tend to be, you know, slightly weaker. And by slightly weaker, I mean hovercraft they're not good, unfortunately. So hopefully he doesn't just go hovercraft there, otherwise I think that does mean he will just be losing the sea there. Corsair Firelord being pressured here by next day air, tries to go for the D-gun there, but I guess forgets that doesn't work anymore, or he hasn't played since the update there. So yeah, no D-gunning enemy commanders now, and he's going to try again. Oh, the third, the fourth. I don't know what the plan is there, but yeah, some mutual laser fire, but a backing off of both sides, and poor Firelord bound to be a little bit confused here. Derek Ung with the construction hovercraft going to be taking these mexes. So the Cool Colors teams get both of these islands here, which is actually pretty interesting. But again, so Derek Ung building some naval hovercraft platforms. I don't know why he started 2. This is pretty odd to me. And also the ETA is negative. I don't think I've ever seen that before. So yeah, Derek Ung going to be attacked by these light gunboats. Can't D-gun. He just doesn't have the energy there, but his laser gun should be enough to kill them if he wishes. And yeah, D-gun does come out there. So he's down to 1 partially built naval hovercraft, which is probably how it should have been. I don't really know what he was trying to do there. Ericist bolstering up the front line here with a couple of guard towers. And Desker with the radar tower here as well. And poor crabs. Someone told me this is crab blood, and now I'm sad. I feel terrible for the little animals. I don't know how they could do that to our poor little babies here. Yeah, look at this crab, bro. He's waddling along. He's having a great time. A fantastic time, even. So Butter's going to be trying to make it onto the ocean here. Building a lot of urchins, which is fair, actually. Going to try to ward away this navy and then maybe establish some kind of naval presence. Because right now he does have the hovercraft platform, but again, hovercraft, yeah. Even the Cayman is not really going to be able to contend with some of those heavier ships like the Destroyer and stuff. There's just a lot more potential for shipyards than there is for hovercraft. In Tier 1 and even Tier 2, because, you know, there is no Tier 2 hovercraft. Although maybe there should be. I'm still kind of sad that there hasn't been one added. Something that I brought up a really long time ago. But again, you know, development takes time. These people are all volunteers, so I'm grateful for everything they've done thus far. But the shipyard is out for Derek Ung. Making a radar tower there, not a bad idea at all. So he's going to be trying to contest the sea. And LB's really not sending out his navy at this point. Or he already sent out some of it. Maybe he's loath to lose some more ships there. But yeah, interesting to see how that affects him. You know, being a little bit more complacent. He is going to be sending over 6 light gunboats there. So not a total waste there. In terms of front line here, we seem to have Kodark, I guess is how you're going to say that, and Corsair Firelord pushed up pretty far here, almost on the enemy player's grass there, which is kind of never where you want to be on this side. Although it seems like they will be able to hold their own. They don't have a huge army, but this artillery is definitely worrying and can get rid of entranced positions really quickly, and I don't actually know why he's not using it at this point, as he probably should be, you know. So that's probably a good idea there. And this urchin going to be firing at these light gunboats. Not going to be able to do enough there. Also an Orca submarine down here as well. Going to be doing quite a lot of damage. And Derek trying to defend everything he's got with his laser there. Radar tower gets taken out. Was that another shipyard that went down? I don't know. No, it couldn't have been. Or maybe that was the naval hovercraft platform, the last one. Yeah, we have D Butters here. He's defending, but it's gonna die because of these this big old destroyer here does outrange the torpedoes here, and I don't know if D Butters is going to be able to make it onto the ocean. It's looking like he won't be able to. We do have the advanced geothermal power plant here for Napoleon blown apart. Ooh, rip my homie. He wasn't my homie actually. I never knew Napoleon, I have to say. Next Day Air and Urkist and Desker not really looking to make an attack here. Kind of just piling up grunts and brutes and light tanks, things like that. We do have, oh, interesting enough, a fast attack hovercraft from Marcus did get around to destroying a mech there, almost grabbing a Tier 2 advanced construction bot as well, which actually would have been insane because it doesn't look like D-Butters has a Tier 2. But some people in the back do, so that's probably where it was gifted from. But yeah, able to sneak a hovercraft over there. Not sure how he got around. Maybe it was he just went straight over here. You never know. I did not witness it myself, so I have no idea. We even have LB's going to finally take this island away from Derek Ung, who has had it since the beginning. And also Derek Ung did lose his commander and his shipyard here. That's probably the end of his Navy days here. He's down to an Orca submarine. I'm not sure how much he's going to be able to do with one submarine there, but yeah, a little unfortunate. Seems to have lost the right side sea here, but Marcus here, the blue player, with his hovercraft and Navy task force, no, combined arms attack, has been able to secure this entire sea for himself. So props to him. So a little bit of a yin and yang here. With the cool colors over here and the warm colors over here. And you know, I could have just drawn one line, but that would have been cringe, so I didn't. Yeah, so kind of a stalemate at this point. You know, these people are not really able to push across the causeway anymore. A decent amount of defenses here, lots of laser towers. We also have some heavier laser towers as well. I'd say probably pushing north is the best bet with all these grunts not really going to be able to provide too much of you know, too much defense to anything that these guys are going to throw at them. However, they don't seem to really be building up an army of their own that's going to be able to do much. I mean, yes, artillery is going to be good at clearing out these laser towers here. But I don't think there are enough medium tanks to be able to push across across this way over here. But if they are able to, their base is just lying in wait over here. As we're on this side too, it's a very, very short amount of space to cross to get to one base or the other. No, I didn't want to place the label. I apologize, my incompetence. But in terms of air power, we really see Bear Force 1, the only player with air at this point in the game, which is kind of odd. Normally you see air much more often than that. At least one player on the team, sometimes two, go air on this map. You just have a lot of flexibility to do things like that by being just so safe in the back. You're able to eco up and things like that. But yeah, it's just Bear Force 1, just building fighters at this point in time. Although it does look like some bombers are coming off the supply chain as well, so maybe, rolling up for a bombing run there. Should be pretty devastating. We also have an Armageddon out at 11 minutes in, the 11-minute nuke from Napoleon blown apart. Now, it's going to take a while for the missile to develop, of course, but we're already seeing anti-nuke from the Cool Colors team as well, as we are on this Warm Colors team with Master Mark. And, oh, it looks like, no, yeah. And 19 here. I thought he left. I thought that was like the commander without a name upon it, but no. He's still in the fight. So yeah, nuke is charging indeed for Napoleon there. Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of good targets here. I mean, while anti-nuke is being built for a market maker there, nobody else is building anti-nuke quite yet, which kind of makes sense. No one else really has tier 2. We're seeing the advanced metal extractors come out for Anarchist, but they're going to want to build some anti-nuke. And yeah, we do have Desker here asking people to build some anti-nuke ASAP, so he either had a premonition. I don't think he was able to scout this. Maybe he's aware of the timings at which nukes are going to be coming out on this map. In which case he's doing better than me. I don't really try to expect nukes before like 15 minutes. So yeah, 11 minutes when this was built is super, super ambitious. But yeah, hey, it worked out. And we're also seeing Napoleon with a little bit of an air force here. He does have the tier 1 aircraft plant. Going to be building some scouts. Oh, mostly, I guess, just to see what he wants to nuke here. So not sure how much anti-air there is. I don't see really any on this front line. Yeah, the scouts should have basically free reign to see where they want to hit stuff. But we do have that anti-nuke finally up for Market Maker. Hyphenix, making some anti-nuke of his own there. Going to be trying to defend his lands, which, yeah, makes perfect sense. The scouts are coming out for Napoleon blown apart. Yeah, uncontested. Well, I guess until they hit the fighter force of Bear Force 1. Yeah, seeing some good targets there, I'm sure. And how much longer do we have for this nuke to come up? It is... Oh, there is one nuke up. So, yeah, we're gonna see when this bad boy starts to launch, because it's going to be devastating. Unless he chooses one of these back targets, in which it won't be devastating. But even just hitting on the side of this anti-nuke like here, right before it starts, would still be an insanely good play. As long as he doesn't just try to hit Market Maker, square on. We now have Desker here, moving down the center, going to be hitting Kodark's commander there, and then, taking a little detour back, not sure, little lapse in micro maybe. Yeah, going to be pressing forward against this commander. Maybe just trying not to get D-Gun there. Yeah, D-Gun takes out a couple. Not too devastating, these guys are decently spread out. But yeah, really attacking these Warm Colors that were pushed up quite far on their front line there. But Kodark coming in with some tier 2 units, Welders, Fat Boys, Hounds. Great units that are going to be making a difference, although these guys already took a bunch of damage in this initial attack. Like, look at all the reclaim on that field there. Of course, some of that is from their enemies, but hey. Corsair Firelord taking a decent amount of damage there, but also being killed up by these construction turrets. So we should really probably just get back, honestly, behind his laser tower defenses, but they have warded off the attack, but that's a lot of reclaim for this Cool Color team. So hopefully they're able to reclaim it all. I didn't see them reclaim anything in the initial engagement, when there were a bunch of ferns and stones there with all that metal. So hopefully they can learn from that mistake, I guess. Reclaim the stuff here, because reclaim is a huge part of the game, and to not reclaim is silly. Some Juno rockets going out there, not doing too much. I don't think they hit any scouts or anything like that. and there are no mines on the field. So we do have the fighter force out here for Bear Force, and we also have 35 whirlwinds, and they're all lined up right there. Hopefully he does end up spreading them out, because whirlwinds can, you know, anti-air does a little bit of AoE damage, so they could all go down in just a few hits there. But he does have his attacks planned out there, going to be dropping a load of bombs on the Corsair Firelord's base right onto the chainsaw, which doesn't even kill it. So pretty anticlimactic there. Hopefully they do try to get this nuke center. Looks like it is launching that nuclear missile there. Bomber's not able to take that thing down before it does end up launching. And yeah, not sure how much damage these guys are going to do. Take out a geothermal power plant. Let's see where this nuke is going to go. No anti-nuke going out here for the Cool Colors team. And is there any way they're going to make it back from being nuked 15 minutes in? We'll see yet. But yeah, that's Desker's base completely gone. The guy that called for anti-nuke has fallen to the nuke himself. And looks like all those bombers are gone. They did damage, not a ton of damage. And the thing that this is still alive with 5% is incredible, and also really pretty bad for this Cool Colors team. So looks like we do have a commander detonation as well from Desker. So he lost his base and then he lost his commander. It's just a bad time all around for him. You know, can't lie there. In terms of the sea powers, we have, of course, Mr. L-Beast 2. Not really doing too much, not trying to get onto land. And similarly with Marcus, he is building up some crocodiles, which are not bad. Going to be trying to go on a land there, I think, but definitely not making it that far. Yeah, in terms of land power. So Hounds here kind of getting ambushed by these medium tanks. Not a position they want to be in, but Centurion's kind of, you know, drawing some flak for him, drawing some fire, and the Hounds are able to get out. Fat Boy back here also kind of being just a menace with that huge AoE. But a pop-up Sabo battery from our player in light green. This is Market Maker, it is. The Persecutor pop-up artillery. Sorry, not a Sabo battery. I misled you. But here we have a Scorpion, the pop-up Sabo battery. So there we go. Got to get our terminology right, guys. But yeah, hopefully this tier 2 artillery can do something, as the Warm Colors have kind of pushed back, trying to strike back against these Cool Colors on the main causeway, which is going to be a lot easier seeing as Desker has no production, and he's pulled back his brutes by quite a bit, which is pretty interesting. I don't know why he wouldn't. There's not much else for him to micro, so might as well do something like that there. When he does have an anti-nuke platform there now. I think it was there, just hadn't built up a missile. So Bear Force 1 also getting nuked, so almost completely. Actually, yeah, basically completely, except for a couple tier 2 mixes. So that's 2 players nuked now for the Cool Colors team before the 20-minute mark, which is absolutely insane. Bruticus has got the Northern Beach under control, which I would say is pretty true. But yeah, this is insane. How these guys are going to be able to claw back a victory here, if they're going to be able to, I have no idea. LB's patrolling around here with a couple submarines. Derek Ung somehow has a construction hovercraft out there that isn't dead yet. Looks like it did build a mech there. And there's also an Angler torpedo bomber here. Going to be trying to take out these corals, the floating heavy laser tower. Probably just take out anything there. We're taking a little bit of anti-air fire. Yeah, he does have an advanced aircraft plant as well as a regular aircraft plant. So transition into air. So now this topside team has 2 air players, which is probably how they're going to be able to win. Or if they're going to be able to win. Again, I don't know who the replay was from. They didn't mention their in-game name, so I'm not sure. I actually have no idea. But yeah, 3 anglers out here for Derek Ung. Going to be trying to do some damage there. Yeah, actually a lot of torpedoes. Going to be taking out a coral. But to what ends, I have no idea what the end goal is there. And yeah, I guess Bear Force did build up his aircraft plan again. So starting from basically scratch, aside from 3 tier 2 mexes. So yeah, feeling really, really rough there. Haven out for Marcus. He does not want to get nuked himself. And yeah, how many? 3 people have been nuked now. I think it's only been, I've only witnessed 2. I don't know who the 3rd person would have been. Yeah, apologies if I missed someone being nuked. I don't think I did though. Yeah, Angler's being a menace, honestly. A little bit of a menace, taking out those corals, slowly wearing down those defenses here. But more corals are being built as we speak. So, but again, there's no. I mean, there is like some hovercraft stuff here. Actually, a decent amount of hovercraft stuff. But is it enough to take back the sea from L-Beast? We'll see. We'll see. Oh, that was funny. Laugh. Okay, so battleship here, the big old dreadnought taking quite a bit of fire there. I'm not sure from what. Probably from, I guess, the Scorpion maybe, or maybe even the Hounds. Persecutor also being built here by Kodark. And some rockets coming out there from the Scorpions as well from the Cool Colors team. And even a Bulwark being built by Market Maker. So Market Maker probably has one of the better ecos on his team at this point in time. Yeah, it looks like him and High Phoenix have the best metal income at least, which is kind of what I'm worried about. So, yeah, going to be trying to defend the beach there, and a huge army actually here from Ericus. All tier 1 stuff mostly, some Sheldons, but mostly Thugs and Grunts. But still, that's a lot of units on the field. Juno's continuously being thrown out there, I guess to disable nukes and the like. Or not nukes, that'd be nice. Mines and the like. But, yeah, not sure really how effective those things are going to be. We also have some dam busters here from L-Beast. So the seaplane bombers. Well, tier 2 bomber there. I think seaplane bombers count as... No, I think that's tier 1 actually. Yeah, they're going to be moving uncontested over, yikes, over Next Day Air's base, as there is no anti-air there. Well, there is actually. No, the construction birds. I thought those were thistles for some reason. But yeah, not a ton of anti-air. So these guys are going to have a little bit of free reign there till they do get taken out by things like the Bulwark or some rogue anti-air somewhere else. Yeah, they are all gone, but they got a couple of bombing runs in, so definitely respectable. You know, L-Beast, I would say, should be focused on building up heavier sea ships to, you know, attack this causeway here, get in some damage here, would be super useful. But also you have to remember that air is useful everywhere. And this ocean is only useful, like, you know, about this far away. So, how much damage are you really going to do when you already mostly have the causeway there? Not entirely sure. So, I guess it does make sense actually to be going for some air power. But hopefully he doesn't lose this entire sea here. There's actually a decent amount of hovercraft there, so he shouldn't get too reliant on the air power instead of building up his navy. But that's just my take. We have a little battle here on this this main causeway here. Some brutes, again the thugs and the grunts there. Mace is coming out, taking big old rocket shots. Bulwark actually looking damaged. Yeah, Bulwark actually quite heavily damaged. I guess what is shooting at it here? Oh, it seems to be a little rattlesnake there. Going to be taking the Bulwark down to like 19% health. So either a keeper needs to be made, or yeah, these guys are gonna have to kill that big old persecutor there. Otherwise, this huge investment, the Bulwark is going to die. Not that the Bulwark is a terribly huge investment, but you definitely don't want to see something that big just go down to something stupid like a rattlesnake. But that might just be what ends up happening here. Although it is being repaired as we speak as well. So it might be able to just claw its way out of this. Just barely, though. Just barely. I don't know why I said it like that. Just barely. Okay, so... How stupid. Oh, Trimmer here, doing Trimmer things, missing all of its shots because it's artillery and it's not supposed to hit its shots. If it hit its shots, it'd actually be good. Oh my gosh, it is. It's doing damage, guys. It is 6 kills. It's also almost dead, but it's still chilling, still pumping out all those plasma shots. And the Bulwark is continuing to take lots of damage here. Is there a second rattlesnake? There's a second rattlesnake. Oh man. And a keeper being made there as well. Going to be... I think lasers don't get through plasma reflectors. I think lasers do count as plasma there. Not entirely sure. Battleship able to kind of force this little army away from this beach here, but yeah, might even grab a couple mexes there, but not going to be able to force them out of the choke point entirely. Just doesn't have quite the range there. But yeah, this front line is still holding strong. And again, a lot of reclaim on the field, but nobody from either team is taking advantage of it, which really hurts my heart to see, but what are you gonna do? It happens, it happens. Nice laser tower line, which is going to die in like 5 seconds if anything actually gets close to it, but hey, might as well. And this Bulwark having a field day with its big old laser taking out these fortifications there. Does this count as kills for it? Yeah, it does. Okay, that's why it's like 48 kills, and I bet half those kills are walls. Oh, High Phoenix was nuked? Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Okay, I must have missed that. Yeah, his base does look pretty clean. Pretty cleaned out, I guess. But yeah, making the advanced fusion reactor. He also has the advanced bot lab here, making some sharpshooters. So his economy is actually doing quite well here for being nuked. So yeah, again, I guess he's just crazy. He's crazy good. Marcus is the only one on his team with a better eco than High Phoenix. But yeah, interesting plays from everybody there. A little bit of a gamer moment, putting that in chat. But either way, what are you gonna do about it? LB's chilling on this island with a random bot lab here to boost his eco a little bit on this island, I guess. Yeah, the front line is still holding. How many nukes are up here? No nukes that have been made yet from Napoleon, but there's a really like a lot of anti-nuke. It's sparse here, but there's still an anti-nuke there. So yeah, this team is safe. So 3 of them have been nuked. It was High Phoenix, Desker, who hasn't really rebuilt, and Bear Force 1, who's actually done a pretty good job rebuilding there. I'm hearing big laser shots. It must be just, yeah, down here. So another attack across the causeway. Lots of ticks here as well, I guess, trying to provide line of sight or something. But they just seem to be a little bit stationary there to really provide any line of sight. Plasma deflectors, 2 of them up here for our man in red. Thug's going to be trying to get in there, take him out, but the Tigers do ward him off, as well as the Persecutors, or Rattlesnakes, my apologies, as well, going to be doing some damage. So yeah, not quite the attack I guess the Cool Close team was hoping for. And we do have a big Epoch flagship out here from Marcus, but he's attacking the deflector shield in such a way that the shots are reflecting back into his own team. Yeah, almost takes out a Sheldon. Okay, yeah. Some of those are also Persecutor shots, but yeah, some of them did deflect into his own team, which is a little bit rough there, but seems to get his angle under control. And yeah, the Keeper cannot defend against a big old flagship. Not one. I think 2 might be able to do it. I'm not entirely sure on that front, actually. Bulwark scoring some more easy kills here, up to 71, which is kind of crazy. It's been putting in work. Now, not all those kills have been actually decent, like useful, but hey, still, a kill's a kill, man. What are you gonna do? Nuke coming out there from Napoleon, does get anti-nuke. I think he's still the only one on his team with nukes. I guess realizing that anti-nukes are gonna build up pretty quickly after, 3 players were nuked, so kinda makes sense. It kinda makes sense. I can understand the thought process and not really wanting to build more. Not a super useful endeavor there. And yeah, the flagship has broken through that Keeper there, going to be just firing into Kodark's front line here. Does take out that pesky Rattlesnake. And Keeper losing health as well pretty quickly. Yeah, Keeper does go down, only 1 left there, and it is providing no energy shielding at this point in time. And tons of ticks here, good lord. Mobbing this front line almost, but yeah, they just they kind of get wrecked there. And then we have a bunch of tier 1 brutes as well from Bruticus. Makes sense, of course Bruticus would have brutes. Pushing back against these thugs. Flagship, allowing one of its firing batteries to hit those, and now it's full on targeting all of these bad boys. Cruise missile ships going to be joining the fray as well. And now these big tanks are attacking the bulwark here. And all this stack defense that's behind it. Going to be taking pretty heavy losses. And there's a Keeper there now, so the bulwark isn't going to be easily shot down. And yeah, Tigers, worst tier 2 tank in the game, as well as some brutes, just aren't able to do it. Yeah, they must retreat. Says the battleship was the cause of his defeat, which yeah, the battleship definitely did some good things there. 27 kills, probably kills on things that are actually useful, is definitely very, very respectable. And it's still sitting at full strength, like nothing is threatening the battleship back here. And there's also some missile cruisers going to be joining the fray as well, which are, I believe, no, I was going to say they're able to breach. No, I think they are able to breach the Keeper. Doesn't matter because it's dead, but I don't think that stuff counts as plasma. The shrapnel that flies out of the missiles there. Looks like we have a little bit of an Air Force here from Master Mark. Thought there was going to be some kind of bombing, but it seems to be just redirecting them over to where Marcus was sitting with a little bit of his Navy, I guess. And yeah, he's got havens everywhere. So he might consider going air, as aircraft carriers do mesh well with the air power there. And yeah, the Wormcrawler's team has actually been really pushed back. You can see on this side how much of a difference like having sea power has made. Like he's able to just kind of carve out this space here, and even attacking the base here, just because he does have that naval power. And then we can see that L Beast really has not done something similar. He just really hasn't focused going naval power as much, focusing much more on air here. Seems to have some seaplane swarmers, the bats. Not going to be an incredibly good unit, and yeah, and it's not like MiG-Uni battleships or anything. Although there's a shipyard relatively close here to the coast. Not sure what that's all about, but we'll see how that impacts the game, if it does. If it does. And anglers here from Derek Ung, I guess, being microed around, dropping their, oops, sorry, with the mic, dropping them around, hidden units, stuff like that. What am I saying? I don't know. Battleship, doing battleship things, up to 31 kills. Looks like he's trying to target, or he was trying to target that commander there, but not going to be happening. And he's at the very end of his limit here, in terms of range, I think. No, okay, he can actually hit everything across this entire causeway, which has kind of been a problem for this home colors team, which is why they might end up retreating here, which they do seem to be doing. So, gantry here, very, very close to the front line. Going to be making some, oh, sorry, a tier 2 bot lab. Going to be making some fat boys there from Pulsar Firelord, but he seems to be running very, very low on metal. I guess he's not building, I guess he is building energy converters, but he doesn't have the energy to keep him up on all the time, maybe? Or he still has tier 1 mexes. No one gave this man a tier 2 constructor, or he does have this up here. Yeah, my man's still in tier 2 mexes in 30 minutes in the game, which is a huge blunder there. And a Hornet here, the rapid assault gunship from Master Mark. Looks like there's no anti-air here for Marcus on the ocean there. Although Dragon Slayers are now being pumped out, and yeah, that's bad boy's going to be going down. Yeah, and look at this. The Cool Colors have now taken back the beach here. They've taken back the Supreme Strait all the way back here. And we still have Kodark here. Nah, not really getting hit by those missiles anymore. They're now targeting all these welders that are just sitting there. So taking pretty heavy losses there. Yeah, as those missile ships really don't mess around. A decent rate of fire, lots of damage, and a pretty decent range as well for something that's not a flagship. And we do have dragons out here for Chiodawi, but also a ton of Dragon Slayers out as well, remember. We also, those coming off the construction line there, so flagship also has anti-air as well, so these dragons really aren't going to be able to do too much damage. They are going to take out a Dragon Slayer there, but again, it's a Dragon Slayer versus a dragon, so I think we all know who's going to win that battle there. It is, of course, the Dragon Slayer. Maybe one more Dragon Slayer going down there, but honestly, not too many losses there. 2 Dragon Slayers for the price of 3 dragons is a risk that I think I would take, or bets that I would take. And yeah, he has more than last time, more anti-air it seems. Hornet gunships joining the field here from Master Mark. Going to actually be very, very effective against thugs, so a tier 1 army, but still, there's Sheldons in the mix there that aren't going to be able to take too many hits, and there's just no anti-air really. Finally reaching these bird shots here, going to be hitting those guys decently hard. They're going to be rerouting, I guess. Not sure if they're doing a full retreat. Yeah, it seems to be going over to Derek Ung's base, perhaps. Yeah, really no anti-air. The Lone Thistle probably isn't going to be able to protect this geothermal plant. If that is what he's going after, which he probably will. Yeah, Thistle, I don't even know if they got one shot off, but a bird shot being made there as well. Does get taken out due to the geothermal explosion. So do all those Hornet gunships, so probably not the best target in retrospect for him to be taken out there. So does get absolutely wrecked. Yeah, great fight. Very, very back and forth. The fact that these guys are still alive after getting like 3 of their players nuked is insane to me. I mean, they just have done incredibly. And I guess I was supposed to critique them. I don't know what to say, because they've all done very, very well. Now they've all had failings of their own too. A little bit of friction in the team with Mr. High Phoenix there, a little jab he threw out earlier. But honestly, yeah, I think it all comes down to not all comes down, but Marx has done a great job here, being able to project power from the sea, basically uncontested the whole game. Whereas we have a little air factory up here building a basilica, whereas we've had El Beast really, he's not as experienced, of course, not even, not by a long shot, but not really able to use the sea to his advantage to really do anything here. Like he does have a battleship here with actually a lot of kills, but it doesn't compare to just having these guys continually whaling like right on the enemy's doorstep with cruise ships and battleships and stuff like that is just super, super useful. So those cruise ships going to be trying to hit the stuff up here, I believe, and they are damaging this. Yeah, they get through the keeper there, and the big old basilica that's going to be trying to do some damage there. Looks like it's going to be dying with 1 kill under its belt. So a pretty sad ending to this little thing that happened up there. But a lot of ships did go down for that. I believe there's a decent amount of damage that was done to the Navy here, but still, yeah, quite effective. Quite effective. Yeah, first crew to share with a few kills. And those are all going to be on some Navy ships, so very, very good value for them there. Flagship here kind of being harassed by all these Hornets, but we do have fighters out here for Marcus as well. Some high winds, which are going to be trying to stop this terrible, terrible airplay here. And 6 dragons as well. Make that 9 dragons. Also going to be trying to assault this Navy here. There are a lot of Dragon Slayers, but are there enough now? Will the Dragon Slayers come out on top? Looks like we lost 2 anti-nuke carriers there, which is super, super unfortunate. Flagship taking an absolute beating. Dragon Slayers might just be able to pull this off. Only 3 dragons left. Lost a big old dreadnought there. Only 2 dragons left now. I think they will be able to save everything that's left of this Navy for the most part. But yeah, they took some damage there trying to take this out. Although I don't know, I feel like something similar would have happened, whether or not they tried to do that or not. Yeah, dragons, not super effective, but that attack almost cost them a flagship there. But not quite, not quite. This bad boy is still alive at 6%, and a new one, freshly minted off the line, also going to be joining the fray. And Haven's coming out as well. Not a huge shield there. Now the dragons are attacking this little frontline setup he had here. Naval Arbalists, actually not really sure. They don't seem to be super effective. Seems to be more geared towards AoE with that flak effect there. But yeah, he's going to be trying to attack these bad boys over here. More Naval Arbalists being built as we speak, and the dragons are slowly going down. Yeah, this big old flagship going to be absolutely wrecking these poor keepers, who you can't forget are expending energy. We see Bruticus not able to keep his energy converters online just because of this constant damage that he's doing. You know, -5, you know, like minus 1,500 energy is quite a lot. But yeah, flagship does go down there. I think that was the injured one to those Hornets. And is that just a longbow? Interesting. Yeah, now these cool colors, I guess we can return back to the land. Sorry, I love the Navy so much. We have Grunts and Thugs and Tigers, or no, sorry, Lasher missile trucks. Actually, really interesting play there. Going to be auto-targeting these welders down. We have a big old Tachyon here, though. What is it called again? Pulsar, sorry. The Tachyon Accelerator. Going to be doing quite a bit of damage there. And also Keepers blocking shots as well. So yeah, this attack is not going to work out super well with the Cool Colors team, but still, that they're launching attacks now across the causeway after being nuked multiple times in the opening stages of the fight is insane to me. Dragon plays continuing to try to be effective by Mr. 19 here, taking constant damage from land anti-air and from these Dragon Slayers. But they're doing relatively large amounts of damage here. I mean, they're definitely getting good value, I think. You know, they've taken out, like, how many? Like, 7 of these Dragon Slayers, but, you know, going to be losing everything here as it does turn out. But still, able to do a good amount of damage, stop that anti-air production, which is pretty necessary. And, oh my gosh, sorry, Derek Ung completely wiping L-Beast off the sea here, it seems. It seems, with his Halberd Mangonel attack, is insane. So L-Beast has now almost fully lost control of the sea there. Despot on its last legs there. And Mangonel does take that bad boy out. And now the hovercraft are just waddling on the shore like it's nothing. So great play from Derek Ung, finally taking that sea back. Not that it was super effective for the Warm Colors team either way. Overwatch does go down there. And imagine if they got an APHIS here. Imagine if they got one of these huge fusion reactors from Napoleon. That would be insane. I don't think they just quite have the firepower for that, unfortunately. And yeah, now the air power is coming to destroy them. But at the end of the day, they've almost entirely cleared L-Beast off the sea here. And that's an impressive feat in and of itself. Huge air attack here. Good lord. From Bear Force 1. Tons of aircraft dying to the anti-air, though, unfortunately. And Thor there. Means the gantries are out now from Aston Mark. And also some pawns here constantly invading, or grunts, sorry, providing some line of sight there, taking up sharpshooter shots and tachyon shots and the like. So these guys really aren't able to target very effectively if stuff was to attack other than bunches of grunts. But the Cool Colors army decides to attack, actually.
into the orange base here from Pulsar Firelord, taking out Mr. Kodark's commander and also Pulsar's commander, which should take some damage in the process, but very, very worth it there. Now this Worm Crawler team has down 3 commanders, and they're losing bases, man. They're losing bases for sure. And these grunts are actually able to do stuff in tandem with this Navy as well, so I guess that's who they're providing line of sight to. Now, the Evil Dragons from Mr. 19, who's been using them very, very effectively. I think the most dragons I've ever seen in one game, to try to harry this army, stop it, hamper it, you know, all the fun things. There's no anti-air in this army, so they're going to be, you know, relatively uncontested there, except the stray shot or two. But yeah, Shiva's coming in here. Looks like our poor sharpshooters are dying quite easily to all the air force powers over here. But still, yeah, insane. We do have Master Mark with an attempted flank here, actually doing quite well again with his Hornets, which he seems to be constantly doing well with. Attacking Derek Ung's base, but he is intercepted by Bear Force 1 and not able to grab that fusion reactor there. Kind of spells the end for that flanking attack. Bruticus attempting to just hold off all these stupid grunts, stop them from providing all that line of sight there. But they do manage to sneak past, and now the Cool Colors team is still invading this side with constant Shivas. Good lord. I'm not sure if that's the best play anymore. Seems to be more focusing on this top side here, closer to the Navy. Pulsar does go down there to the cruise and missile ships. What a cool unit. I love cruise missile ships now. They're my favorite. Ooh, big nuke there. Attacking this army here. Vanguard getting up on top here. Great position for the Vanguard. I can't lie. Yeah, fantastic positioning there. But yeah, are the Worm Color team, now it's a comeback for the Worm Colors team if they're able to come back from this mess that they found themselves in. So they have 7 dragons here. Oh my gosh, 7 plus 12, so they have 19 dragons. Looks like they're going to be heading, yeah, heading just across the land, it seems. Another nuke trying to go out there, does get taken out with the anti-nuke relatively quickly. And we see a grunt stream of debutter, the Worm Color team's own, but a big, big explosion here on Kodark's base there. Taking out Kodark's base, Corsair Lord's base has already been taken out. We are seeing Juggernauts coming out for 19, which isn't a terrible play, but I don't think it's going to be enough. I don't see how the Jugs are going to be able to make a real difference, because yes, this land stuff is damaging, but it's more about all the crap on this ocean that's been able to provide constant pressure for the whole game. Yeah, and Derek Ung still has control of the sea. No one's really going to be able to take that from him at this point. They can clear it out, but not really going to be able to take it for themselves. A little too late in the game there. Big nuke, again, probably getting a lot of kills, but not anything useful. Flagship taking a lot of damage there, down 23%. I guess just from the land units here. Probably also that Pulsar that was hanging around and stuff like that. So, full health Jug here. Bruticus's commander actually taking a decent amount of damage there. Careful that he does not die there, as they only have 3 commanders left. But yeah, he does start moving away from that problem there. Flagship, yeah, taking some more damage here. Dragon's going to be joining the fray. Not sure, I guess 19 doesn't really know what he wants to do with these guys. Probably gonna try to push them in with the Juggernaut, try to take out this Navy, and yeah, at least they'll probably definitely be able to get this flagship down. Probably, definitely. That's a good use of the English language there by myself there. Do manage to snipe that guy, and without taking any losses, it seems. So we're going to be retreating from that fight before they take too much damage. But there's still 2 flagships out here. And honestly, I'm surprised Marcus isn't making more with the kind of economy he has. Like 4 inch of metal is nothing to scoff at, so I'm surprised he's not making any more. Might be a lack of, I don't know. I have no idea why. Making some turtles, actually. Not sure where those guys. Yeah, just started the turtle construction there, so heavy amphibious tanks, pretty interesting. Oh, he's making construction subs. Sorry, that's from a shipyard. It wasn't even from amphibious, so I don't know why I said that. Sorry, that's my bad. Yeah, continuous anti-nuke here from the Havens. Yeah, they're going to be doing just fine. You know, with all the anti-nuke, they all have a decent amount of missiles. Yeah, 5 missiles there, 2 missiles for this bad boy. They're going to be just fine. 2 flagships down here, continue to do some damage. And Napoleon being advised to do a little reclaim, which I would heartily agree with. Reclaim is fantastic, especially when you're on 37 metal, 43 minutes into the game. You might want to consider it. You might want to consider it. And of course, our Fire Lord also pinging stuff, even though he is out of the game. He's sticking it out, which I think is pretty impressive. So Vanguards here, if they get onto this hill here, that'd be sick. But I think the Dragons are coming to put a quick into them. So still not a lot of anti-air for this team, the Cool Colors team, with their attacks, which I would say is a big sticking point. So if you want any advice, make some anti-air when you're doing pushes, especially when you know a player has like tons and tons of you know, flying fortresses there. But actually a decent amount of nuke there, taking out quite a few Dragons, like 4 or 5. I'm not sure who the nuke was by. Yeah, apologies, no idea. Oh no, it looks, no. I don't know, maybe, was that a self nuke? I don't know. No, I don't think that would make any sense. I would have to say that would be a little bit ridiculous. So I don't know who the nuke was by, but props to them. Yeah, you don't want to be nuking bases at this point in the game because they're all going to have anti-nuke. Except for D-Butters, I guess. Good lord, this base is free. But, yeah, all the guys back here are anti-nuked up. And I guess Napoleon isn't anymore either. So a couple free bases there. But in general, it's not a safe play to try to nuke the base this late in the game because they mostly have anti-nuke. So actually nuking the battles is where it's at, which is why we saw so many nukes hitting the sea here. But because the Navy does actually have these havens, they're not really going to be as susceptible to anti-nuke as the land is. Because mobile anti-nukes do exist for the land, but they're not quite as good. Now that was a nuke from Mr. Napoleon there. This guy's 314 kills. Insane. Just nuking those runs there. And Thor, experimental Terminator tank from High Phoenix here, coming to dish out the damage, man. He's tired of these grunts. He wants to do some damage, but there's a Juggernaut here from 19. Not sure what to do about the ships. Yeah, you kind of need. I don't know. I don't even. It's why you don't want to lose the ocean. Could probably dump the fortresses in. There's not actually there actually doesn't seem to be that much anti-air at all. But still, you take a lot of damage there with your fortresses. Advanced fusion reactors for Bruticus going down. Bruticus kind of losing his base at this point in the game. Advanced fusion reactors going down is never fun. And that's almost all of his energy. He only has like 1,000 energy without these bad boys. And yeah, they do blow. And yeah, down to 930 energy. So not actually stalling quite yet though. I mean, he's losing energy, but very slowly. He just doesn't have, he's not producing anything, so it's not a big deal for him. And this plasma reflector, yeah, taking heavy hits here from all of these flagships. I guess there's still only 2, which is insane. Just shows how you're going, you know, how much damage just 2 flagships can do, how much impact they can have on a game. And yeah, Marcus has done very well for himself there. Oh my gosh, he even has Titans out here on the field against poor D-Butters with his crappy Cayman hover tanks. Really aren't going to be able to do much, but the big Tachyon lasers back here, where were those from, huh? They're going to be able to use some stuff. Oh no, those are from the Titans, sorry. So yeah, 1 Titan going down to 45%. So, you know, taking a little bit of damage. Tigers are on the field now, but they're just not going to be too worried about this, I don't think. They even have Gorgons behind them, the rapid fire plasma tower, which I've never seen fire. Actually pretty interesting unit there. I'm assuming. Yeah, Titan's going to be wiping the crap out of... What am I saying? They're going to be winning that engagement. We'll leave it at that. Alright. Another little hover tank attack here with more mangonels and caimans from Derek Ung. I like the Spirit. At this point, you know it's not going to work. So I guess diverting this Hornet Air Force isn't a terrible idea. But maybe concentrating your powers on something like actually getting a Navy flagship here. Might just be able to tickle Napoleon. Maybe not the greatest idea though, but maybe an Air Force wouldn't be a bad idea either. Air Force 1 does have a respectable Air Force. I think it might still lose. Actually, we'll see. I guess he is sending in all the fighters. Doesn't have any bombers, it looks like, but I guess tired of enemy air superiority there. Juggernaut back here for 19. Getting decently far, I guess. Down to 9%. Definitely going to be dying there. And the explosion is not really going to do anything for it, unfortunately. Yeah, Bear Force 1, I don't think has quite the Air Force that 19 Chiaodui does. Sorry, I don't think I've ever said the full name of this game. I don't know why. Yeah, down to 2% there. Juggernaut is T-posing as it is losing its very, very last percentage of health there. Doesn't even decide to go for the self-destruct, which is a little bit of a waste there. Yeah, oh my gosh, all the Cargnats up here, probably dishing out a decent amount of damage from Bruticus, but it's not enough to stop the Juggernaut from dying. So yeah, it does go down there. Explosion doesn't really do anything either, so a little bit of a waste there. Not sure if Jug was the correct play. Titans being forced back from Marcus. He now has 6 Titans on the field, with a 7th one back here. It looks like trying to retreat, I think. Yeah, they took a decent amount of damage. Actually, the Titans are fine. I think they're going to be going back in. And yeah, D-Butters going down would be pretty bad, because that just gives Marcus a free expansion into some of the best bases this game has. That being 19 Chouties, kind of carrying the game for his team at this point. And him going down would kind of just mean game over at this point. He has a lot of nukes built up, but not anything that can stop a decent amount of anti-nuke there, so a little bit unfortunate. Big explosion down here. I think they did end up getting nuked. Or maybe that's just a Titan dying, I have no idea. Another Titan going down. Yeah, so that definitely wasn't just a Titan dying. I think it was a little bit of a nuclear suppression there, but oh my gosh. Man, the Air Force here from Marcus is insane as well. Going to be raining hell upon all these flying fortresses. Yeah, I think that's the end of these bad boys. Yeah, trying to run away. Actually, they're not taking as much damage as I thought they would. It looked like a lot of damage when they came over that hill. I was like, oh man, these guys are in for it. But I mean, they're definitely taking losses. But you know, attacking with your own air forces into someone else's base is never as good as you think it's going to be, just because of the ground anti-air. But the Titans are still making their march here. Going to be getting rid of this Aphis here for D-Butters. Most likely, yeah, they do. And that's kind of D-Butters out of the game. And it's mostly coming down to Master Mark and 19. Napoleon and Bruticus are still in the game as well, but just barely there. 2 Juggernauts here from 19, going to be trying to make their way, I guess, just across the causeway. I'm not sure what the end goal is for these guys. This poor Juggernaut here down to 26%. Going to be taking a lot of damage there. Bruticus absolutely raining rockets down upon the Shiva. That's for Air Force 1. Yeah, very, very interesting game here. How the Cool Colors team is really able to come back here. Also, so much reclaim on the field. 50 of 400 metal from all these Thors, and there's 3 of them. Not sure where all the flagships are from Mr. Marcus here. I think he did end up losing them. I mean, I don't see any on the field. I don't know what happened to them, but they are very, very impactful. Oh, they're back here. They're back here. They're trying to support his Titan move here, which ended with a lot of dead Titans on the field with 8,100 metal, and there's like 7 of them. Yeah, absolute insanity. And Shiva's going out here for Market Maker, and I don't know what what the message was for. I don't know what he did. But yeah, Shiva is from Market Maker. Don't know really where they're going. Derek Ung does have control of the sea, so I guess, yeah, just trying to make it on the land here. They're going to be burst down pretty quickly by these gunships, but if they can just snag 1 Aphis here for Napoleon, it's probably just over. I mean, I think it might just be over a long time ago, but hey, you never know. Juggernaut here doing its best, 30 kills. I can hold the line. He's doing his best for sure. A lot of Hornets out here from Master Mark as well. Also doing their best to hold the line, bursting down these Shivas as well as they can, which is actually very, very effectively. Maybe I did underestimate gunships. I really hated them for the longest time, but Hornets seem to be pretty decent, I guess, when you have like 30 of them, right? Yeah, he had 30 of them. And then all the anti-air came out, and now he has significantly less than 30. Titans drawing ever closer, so we got 6 of these bad boys now, making their way on down the line, you know, towards 19's base. Maybe want to direct this Juggernaut down there, try to defend, but yeah, I think it's coming up pretty slowly, so may have to draw this one away. Although I think this guy's, I was gonna say he's pretty damaged. No, he seems fine though. So Bear Force 1 and Marcus with a combined air attack there. We have torpedo bombers bombing. No, not torpedo bombers, sorry. Scrap bombers bombing in Napoleon's base there. They take out the big old Aphises, and that's Napoleon out of the game, basically. Juggernaut here from 19.
making its way home for repairs, I guess, which is going to take a lot of energy and metal, but not as much as making a new one, I guess. So always good to get a little bit of value there. Although explosions from the Juggernauts are always good. And yeah, it's over. 4 players left in the game here. Napoleon, 19, Pulsar, and Bruticus doing their best. 19 really is holding the line. Looks like Mastermaker did drop, so he has all of the eco here. He's making, yeah, almost 1,000 metal, which is it's a lot. It's a lot of metal, but yeah, not enough when you get to use those nukes. The nukes are irrelevant at this point because all anti-nukes can hold like 9 or 10, I believe. And yeah, so just trying to burst down one anti-nuke is very, very difficult. But even if he was able to kill one of these guys to space, it's not enough. And yeah, Titans making their way as the Dragons. Oh my gosh. All the advanced fusion reactors, all the construction turrets. Huge chain reaction there. Never what you want to see. So yeah, this Juggernaut is never leaving the station. All the nukes are now coming out. Oh my gosh, going to be nuking these Titans. But I think they've advanced past the point where they're going to be nuked. But they're pretty slow, so they'll probably still take some damage there. And yeah, you want to see 8 nukes hit the field at the same time, because that's what I want to see. That's what I want to see, really. Let's look upon the glory of 8 nukes hitting the field at the same time. Yep, huge explosion there. Absolutely does no damage, but yeah, it was a sick play nonetheless. Yeah, it's just point blank. Yeah, the 11 damage is insane. But yeah, terrain deformation also going crazy. And yeah, that's 19's original base. And now it's just the Mastermaker's base that 19 took. Recovery arc. Indeed, the recovery arc indeed. And yeah, it's over. So a great game from all of these awesome players. Thank you for sending me in this replay. I love Supreme Straight. I actually have a couple more Supreme Straight in the works, but I'm going to space them out so we don't get overwhelmed with them. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I guess I won't say my goodbyes just yet. I would like to look at some of the graphs there at the end screen. Juggernaut does go down, and all that's 19 is just trying to make an apocalypse here, which is the funniest thing. And yeah, the GG is called, I guess. Our man does go down there, and yeah. It's GG. But yeah, great game. Insane comeback for these players after being nuked. Honestly, I feel like most people would have just quit, and not quitting in and of itself is insanely respectable there. So yeah, Marcus and 19, the Mastermaker. Well, I guess Mastermaker getting the traitor. Oh no. What'd he do? Anyways, let's look at some stats. Commands a minute. Not actually that much. Not that much. Okay, so yeah, team stats here. If we want to look at metal used, yeah, we can see 19 really carried the game for his team, and they ended up losing. But he did very, very well for himself there. Yeah, we can see metal used, energy used, all goes to 19. Units killed also goes to 19 here. Bruticus also doing quite well, as well as the player in red there that got dropped early on from the Navy. And yeah, either way, insane game. Thank you all so much for watching. Not sure what happened to Bear Force here, losing units. Oh, I guess it was just the grunts, all the grunts coming out. But yeah, hope you guys did enjoy that match, and if you want to see more, like and subscribe. If you don't. And I'll see you all later. Adios.